Good evening, YouTube. Bringing you a little bit of a trip that I went on to Birmingham. A little bit of a discovery I made and some products that I picked up from that. So, went to Birmingham last week for a bit of a day trip and decided that I wanted to pick up some more Flames of War goodies. I wanted some more Shermans to go with the infantry I've just finished. So I looked up on my phone Wayland Forge, sorry, not Wayland Games, the well-known online retailer. Wayland Forge is a small shop in the middle of Birmingham. I can find the address and post it in the bottom of the video. But I found it. Really nice guy. Went in looking to buy the £35 Guards, British armoured Sherman platoon. And the guy in there very helpfully pointed me towards a company I've not come across. Pointing me towards Plastic Soldier. So these are not resin and metal like the Flames of War one. They are plastic, as the name suggests. You get just as many in this set as you do in a Flames of War metal one. Now, as I say, guys, I'm not meaning to take away from Flames of War here. I never want to say that one, that you should duck out of buying one person's product for another. I just happened to find this. The guy recommended it to me, which I do like having stuff personally recommended it to me. It's really cool. And yeah, so here it is. So it cost me £17.50, so a nice big reduction. And what we have is 5 Sherman tanks, all in plastic, some lovely detailing on there. Track sections all separate, the runners themselves, and the turret and gun. These are all British Mark Shermans, so they're ready to use my Guards armoured. Now you also get in there, so they're all the same sprue, all the same kits. So you get 5 of those, which is really cool. Some really nice small details as well, guys. So you get things like, I haven't quite, so like extra track sections, ammo bins, just stuff like that. Really nice, simple kit, but really nicely detailed. Liking this. With it comes the instructions, of course, which are here. That's an A4 sheet. I'm just going to bring it in here. So you've got your Wheel 1 unit subassembly, the turret subassembly, and the actual general assembly itself. And then you get the Sherman and the Sherman Firefly. So that's the kit I got. I was really quite pleased with that, and as I saved a little bit of money, I dropped a little bit more money into their tills, because I also found they had quite a good range. They stocked Magic the Gathering, I believe. They stocked Flames of War. They stocked the Plastic Soldier. They stocked a 30. Is it 36? Either 34 or 36mm, same size as 40k. World War II game. I think they maybe stocked some Malifaux. I'm not too sure. I wasn't too up on my other war games, but I had a brief look round. I was only in there for a little while. As I said, I picked up some other stuff. I picked up some Flames of War plastic bases rubble. Now, this is because I looked at my infantry and I wasn't too pleased with how they came out on those bases. So I've got these. They're designed so I can fit things like the Bren gun in there, which is really cool. 5 slot medium bases, some small bases, and also if you don't want the large slot, there's some pieces you fit in, and that allows you to put in that extra, that normal smaller one. You've got fence posts. You can even fill in gaps with some of the ones they've given here, like is that a barrel? Yeah, barrels, wood stumps, bits of just general bits of wood. Really nice kind of. I think that's a German grave with a German helmet on. Could be an Achtung Meinen sign there if you want it to be. Just some really cool stuff. I think this is pretty much identical. This one's a little bit different because it's actually got some cobbles on it. So let's just double check that, make sure I'm not talking nonsense. No, so the first frame is very much rubble and destroyed buildings and earthworks. This one has actually got cobble pavings on it, which is very nice. So they're going to be a real pleasure to base coat and then dry brush, I think. So yeah, that was my trip to Birmingham, guys. Wayland Forge in Birmingham. If you get a chance, check them out. They've got their own gaming table in there, and they got some really reasonable stuff. You know, I was very pleased with what they gave me, both service-wise and value for money, which was really cool. I'll be heading back to them. So if you haven't already, check them out. They've got their address online, and yeah, I'll bring you some more when I've got these done. So cheers for watching, cheers for subscribing as ever, and I will speak to you later. Cheers, bye bye. Hi guys, so the models are now built. So let me show you kind of what they're like. The models themselves, if we compare them to the Flames of War metal and resin ones, as you can see, are very similar. I'd say there's slightly more detailing on the plastics, but that's to be expected really. And I mean, I suppose the biggest difference you can see is if I show you the crew. So that's the plastic crew, and that is the resin crew. So they're able to scale it a lot more, I think, in the plastic, just because you're able to put that little bit more detail on it. So they're very light, they won't chip, they'll bounce, really handy. However, I will say the plastic is very brittle. So on this one, for example, I snapped the gun just cutting it out of the frame, so not particularly doing anything strenuous on the actual plastic itself. So my opinion's very torn on this. Something that's a real benefit for me is when I bought them, you got them in a box of 5. They were cheaper than the metal and resin ones, and you had the choice of either making the Mark IV with the 75mm gun or the Firefly with the 17-pounder, and you could have done all 5 with the actual 17-pounder stuff. So my opinion's very torn on them. If they're a little bit more rugged, I think I'd be all for it, but if I'm honest, they look gorgeous. I'm really pleased with them. I'm going to get some painted up, and hopefully they should be able to match up alongside the ones I've already done. So so far I've got a command section, which is, let's say, those 2 Shermans. That's going to be my kind of HQ choice if you want to talk 40k lingo. Then we're going to have a large Sherman platoon, which will be 3 Sherman Mark IVs and 2 Fireflies. I think that's right. And then this Firefly, I'm going to have another, I think I might actually have, it might only be 2 and 2, but then it's going to be another Sherman, another Firefly, and I think 1 more. I think that's correct. I'll have to check the book. But models themselves, cheaper, really nice detailed, certainly an option. I'm still not sure. I'm still not completely sold on either, but I love the Sherman tank. It's my favourite one. My favourite one from the Second World War, and the Firefly and all the extras from it, really fantastic. So take of that what you will, guys. I think it's going to be very much a personal preference thing on this one. I'm going to get some painted, and I will show you them. I'll show you them as soon as they're done. Thanks for watching. Cheers for subscribing. I'll speak to you later. Bye bye.